start.
What was the difference between last week and this week? I mean,
Just guys just doing their job. It's really not that hard. I think that, last week wasn't necessarily terrible, but, just executing at the right time.
you are a step closer to clinching a playoff spot.
Yeah,
the division.
Yeah, I think the division's more of the goal. Obviously, that means you get a home playoff game, and something that's never been done here in the North. So we're excited.
Of all the numbers and all the things you guys did tonight, what pleases you the most for the way this defense played?
I think just limited points. That's what I think we had a goal line stop. I'm not sure our percentage in the red zone, but
6 for 6.
yeah. Well, I'm saying our
Offense-wise.
defense. Yeah. So I think that just playing complementary football at the right time early on, and then able to manage the storm in the second half and limit points. And when they scored, we made them earn it. So we knew they were going to be in the 2-minute mode and passing the ball, and that's just kind of what the storm had to manage.
How much fun is it when you see a game plan that has you guys blitzing and pressuring as many times as you did tonight?
Yeah, it's fun. For me, I love pressuring, it's when you pressure, you have to win your one-on-ones, and I know a lot of times you're able to do that. So.
There was a little added motivation, I think, maybe from Dan on the outside. He didn't talk much about it, but he said, and even you said, we know what Sean Payton's going to come in here and try to do.
Yeah.
Do you guys kind of feel like you fed him, you gave him a taste of his own medicine, so to speak?
No, not necessarily. I think that, obviously he's the play caller, and being a defensive player, going against an old coach, I think that's, you're excited to have that opportunity. But no, there's no bad blood or anything like that. It's just, it's fun in the competition of, going against him. And, I thought AG did a good job of putting together a good game plan.
What does it say about this team, the resilience of this team to come back and play like you did?
Yeah, I think it's more of not listening to the outside noise. We know who we are. We know what we can be, and it just comes down to executing and just doing your job and flying around having fun. That was really the big emphasis this week. Just flying around, executing your job with a smile on your face.
Thank you.
You guys talked about having the best players play their best football on defense that happened tonight, and as well for your quarterback. How important is that you get a game like this in December or at this stage?
Yeah, it's huge. I think that anytime you get a dominant win like that, it's great momentum. We have a big game coming up next week, division game, and it's going to be exciting on the road. So, it's just momentum to build off of, and it'll be fun going forward to see where we take us.
Thank you.
Zone that you were in, man. You was out there playing. How was you seeing this game unfold? From your perspective.
Yeah, from my perspective, I mean, we married the run and the pass really well today. We were efficient in both of those areas. So I felt like we could open up a lot of things in the offense today, and anything that Ben called was going to work for us. Certainly we had some plays that didn't work for us. But, from my perspective, it's hard to stop the offense when everybody's playing complimentary football and doing their job. And, great team win.
How was Jared Goff this week? Just his mindset. He had 9 turnovers over the last 4 games. Mm-hmm. What was he like? Did he set the tone for y'all, or was that the best you've seen him since you've been here so far? How would you assess his performance today?
I think it starts with Jared. It certainly starts with the head coach and obviously all the leaders on the team. I mean, if you could have seen us at practice this week, we were really flying around. I mean, I don't know how many teams in the league. Obviously, I haven't been around the league very long, but it's week 15, and we were getting after it. We were flying around the field. So, we just got to keep building on these wins and, see where we can go.
I know you don't want to make it about yourself, but just following up on that first question, 3 touchdowns and a big win gets this team to double-digit wins. That's got to be pretty special, being a rookie and all. This was a dream game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, I always say, I can't do it without my teammates. I certainly can't. There's 10 other guys out there with me. It was just a really good day for the team.
Jahmyr Gibbs, I think, had 3 questions, and in all 3 questions said we made a statement today. Was that kind of the reviving feeling around here when you guys talked amongst yourselves before we came in?
Yeah, we certainly don't think our brand of football is, the turnovers that you've seen or, anything that you could have said it was a statement game for us today. Like I said before, we married up the round and the pass really well. I feel like we could have done anything out there on the field today, and it's a good win.
Thank you.
Yep.
Birchfield over here, we were saying that was the Lions' best performance since when?
Oh.
Done that this year, wire to wire, like that in such a big way in
I don't know about like in comparison to other games, but that was definitely one of our most complete games. And you know, it felt good to get back to who we are. You know we hadn't been playing up to our standard. So it just felt good to go out there and you know, play a complete game, especially, you know, it's a primetime game again. Everybody's going to be watching us. And then kind of like, you know, Dan said to us, like, we're the exact same team. We were just shooting ourselves in the foot, and today we came out here and played like we're supposed to.
What does it say about this offense that you guys can kind of, I don't want to use the cliche of flip the switch, but get things moving in such a hurry? I mean, the pass game wasn't netting you the results you wanted early on in this. 3 drives with punts, and then you score on the next 5 possessions, touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, we know if we're on our details and just playing disciplined football and doing your job, that we have the playmakers to make plays. So, like us as an offensive line, we just do our job, and we know if everybody's kind of on their P's and Q's, then we're going to be able to gain yards. That's what we're capable of. And also, credit to Denver. We know they're really good, especially third down defense. So we knew they were good against the pass. We were coming out and we were going to be aggressive, and we just stuck with that. You know, we were just going to be aggressive.
You guys don't listen to it or say you don't listen to what's going on the outside, but your quarterback heard it pretty good this week and had a couple of games in a row where he wasn't secure with the ball. 5 touchdowns for him tonight ties a career high. What does it mean to see him have that kind of game?
Yeah, I mean, of course we see that kind of stuff. And like, for me to see people kind of using him as a scapegoat is kind of ridiculous. I mean, the guy has played some great football, and, you know, there's been times where we just need him to try and make a play, and maybe something happens that we don't want to happen. So he's been the same guy week in and week out. So, I mean, I don't think, like, him as a scapegoat was warranted whatsoever. It was ridiculous, honestly, I think. So, because it's a team game. I mean, there's so many guys out there doing things. You know, like, if I don't do my job, it makes it harder on him. And there's a trickle-down effect from every position. So, just really happy for him. I mean, he was making some big-time throws. His communication with the line was awesome. Like, his demeanor was great. And I was just couldn't be more happy for him.
What did it feel like to have that offensive line back intact again tonight? And just what does it do for the ceiling of this offense when you guys are playing like you were tonight?
Yeah, I mean, just having cohesiveness and some continuity is nice, you know, especially when you're used to playing next to certain guys. I mean, unfortunately, we've had to shuffle around a lot of guys this year, but that's the nature of the NFL. I mean, you see teams all the time having to shuffle offensive lines. I don't know what the stats are if we've had to do it more than others, but that's just ball. I mean, that's what it is. Other guys are going to have to come in and play, but we know when we get our group out there, very talented group, fun group to play with.